and me, something history. You guys, 23andMe is the only DNA site that sponsors TigerBelly.
Yep.
Do you know the reason why? Is because we're partakers. We're participated in.
Oh, gotcha.
We partake. I send in my DNA, and I got a lot of specifics.
And Bobby learned that he has muscle composition of an elite power athlete, and that's what he's most proud of.
I'm 10% Japanese and 90% human. That's what I found out.
And then he also...
23
and me.
Learning
if John, if you took it, you'd find out that you were probably 80-90% Mongo, right? Because of your fucking head, dude.
Love it.
You got to get it checked out.
But that's another thing they show, like your Neanderthal ancestry.
Right stuff. There, dude. You're a Neanderthal, John.
And your percentage of Neanderthal traits.
Yeah.
Guys, buy your kit today at 23andme.com/TigerBelly. That's number 23andme.com/TigerBelly. Again, that's 23andme.com/TigerBelly. Enjoy the show.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a countdown. I don't say anything until I see your name, okay, Craig?
Fuck, okay.
Your pimple cream on your face?
No, I have pimple cream?
Yeah.
Do I look like I'm dying of some kind of waterborne virus?
No,
Nah.
you're fine.
Right.
Has someone said that to you recently?
You look full-blooded and...
Well,
Okay.
I was just I told them I put my mouth to something in the garden.
We'll talk about it in there. We'll talk about it.
I'm very worried about it.
We'll talk about the same things.
All right.
Yeah.
Because it's bacteria, you know.
We already know. We talk about science later.
All right.
5,
4,
3, 2, 2.
Whoa, dude. That was my solo thing.
Sorry.
Why did you add a little bum in there?
I thought you wanted little bells.
Well, okay. That was pretty good, I guess.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
But next time, I was just doing a solo run.
You got it.
All right. Welcome to another episode. White fuck, what's up? You took a shower and you did your hair. Yeah. Looks good, man. Yeah. And then we got right over here, John Na. We don't usually have him, but take your hat off, John. He's got Hitler's haircut. Look at it. What are you trying to be, Pol Pot? What are you doing today, dude? Take your hat off. Let me see Hitler's haircut. Look at that. And what's Hitler's birthday? You told me that earlier. 420. Who knows? Who the fuck knows Hitler's birthday? This guy with the haircut. John Na does. We've got Gilbert in the room. We've got Khalyla, and our guest is reading. Let me say something. Don't say anything yet. I just don't say anything. I'll be completely honest with you guys. We've had pretty good guests on the show. Mm-hmm. We've had some rockers, we've had some UFC fighters, we've had actors and whatnot. A lot of comedians, and this next gentleman, I used to go. I don't know why he doesn't invite me anymore to his show, but
it's great that he can't talk right now.
Like, he used to invite me all the time to a show, and I'm like, oh, cool, I get to do Craig Ferguson's again, right? Mm-hmm. We never did his talk show. By the way, never was invited to do his talk.
You said my name. You said my name. You said, now I can talk. Now I can talk. You fat fuck.
Fuck.
Nah, listen, first of all, if you'd be paying attention, I stopped doing the radio show in May of last year. So that's why you haven't been asked on it. I quit last May.
Did you really quit that?
Yeah.
Why?
I told you I was gonna.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
Yeah.
So that's why I haven't been getting any calls.
Right. Because I also have not been invited on my own show.
Oh, you got kicked out of your own thing.
And the reason I'm reading this cold coffee thing is I'm thinking, do I dare drink this? I feel I have to have something because I feel I might have a waterborne bacterial disease.
Because I'm just gonna tell people.
How did you acquire
I'll
this
tell people
waterborne?
he lives on a compound, and then you go ahead.
Well, I live on a compound. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm very wealthy. I live in a compound, and I was coming out of my compound. I'm so wealthy. It's a compound about 2 blocks from here. I'm coming out of my compound, and I noticed one of my many garden fountains was blocked up. Now, you know me.
You love fountains,
Bobby. You know what I'm like around a blocked fountain. I go crazy. I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah.
So I go to the fountain and there's a little tube. It's a lady. Holding a water carrier statue.
It's usually a little boy peeing.
No.
but
It's much more tasteful.
Also,
than that.
my bad.
It's a lady in a toga pouring a jug of water into another jug of water. People love this.
Yeah.
Right? So I noticed that the little stream is not working. I go, so I go to the fountain, works in the back, and I see the little hose is disconnected. So I go to connect the hose, and it still doesn't work. So I think, it must be blocked. So then I go, and I put it to my mouth and I blow to see if there are leaves or stuff like that.
Right, which you would do, right?
Right, and then I think, this is insane. There could be bacteria in this water, and now I'm concerned I have bacteria.
You're going to get Pseudomonas.
That's what I was thinking. I am going to get Pseudomonas.
I've had Pseudomonas.
What is Pseudomonas?
Pseudomonas is a type of bacteria that lives in aquariums or swampy little areas, but it can be pathogenic if it goes inside like the human body. And I got it, remember? 2 years ago.
right.
Were you in an
And I was
aquarium?
ill.
Was he really sick?
I was very sick.
Was it a fountain
I had to
born?
drain my breast.
I might do that.
You'll drain your breast?
I might have to. I mean, look, it's either that or have my
Is there
breast
fluid in your breast now, or?
I don't know. Do you want to?
Yeah, I don't want to. No, thank you. I pass.
But you will live to see another day.
Okay, then.
There are antibiotics too.
But this is my problem. Antibiotics are becoming less effective.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, right, because if your body gets immune to it.
Well, just the bacteria. You are the worst scientist in the world. Bacteria is developed.
First of all, Craig, I know you. I want you to finish your thought,
right?
But I want to say this to you right now.
Yeah.
My nickname on the show is the Slept King, which means it's the opposite of being woke. I don't know anything.
Right.
So that is why you might think to yourself, this guy's dumb.
I'm really glad you interrupted me for that. So what I'm saying is bacteria is becoming resistant to antibiotics because bacteria evolves very quickly. And the big drug companies are no longer putting R&D money into antibiotics. Do you know that? Do you know why?
I knew that.
No, because antibiotics cure you. Big drugs they don't want to cure you. They want you to be chronically manageable. Mm-hmm. They don't want to take the disease away. They want to give you a drug for the rest of your life.
That's why Big Pharma always blocks certain breakthroughs in medicine and they never make it to the United States because why would they give you something that they cannot supply or sell medicines for anymore?
I ran into a guy at Oaks by your house. It's a little place, right?
Compound.
Your compound. You got your compound,
Fountain
right?
Museum.
Yeah. And there was a white dude there, a hippie-ish kind of guy. Long hair,
You're going to have to be
face.
more specific.
right.
That's a very big demographic over there.
Yeah. And he was telling me about how they found a cure for cancer through some sort of plant.
Was it cannabis plant? By
was
it weed?
But what I'm just saying
that's a big one.
My broader question to you is that do you think that they have cures for diseases that aren't in the marketplace that they're just hiding from the public?
For sure.
You think so?
For sure.
Even Cuba has better control of lung cancer than they do in the United States. People go to Cuba to get treated for lung cancer.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Where do you go for the water, that thing
for
that
the
we got? You know that thing that we got? We both got? What is it called? Pseudomonas?
Pseudomonas
We should start a group. My name's Craig. I also have had Pseudomonas.
You don't have Pseudomonas yet.
Don't you listen? You can't say that word. This is our
word.
This is our word, Bobby.
You're part of the club.
Pseudomonas is our word. It is not your word.
All right, okay.
If you were woke, you would know that. It's a good show, man. You can say Pseudomonas if you want.
To make you feel better, some girl wrote in and said that she got Pseudomonas from her contact lenses and nearly lost her vision.
Whoa.
Jeez, I wear
That's
contact
serious
lenses.
stuff.
So when you go blind, let us know.
Oh, man.
Also, when you see your fountain not working, maybe hire somebody to take a look at it. You're not a maintenance man.
You're a racist, man.
Why? Because did I say Mexican?
Did I
say Mexican?
You thought it.
I didn't think Mexican.
Yeah, you did. You did, man.
The probability of him being Mexican is very high. You're right.
I didn't
probability
even say
is high.
I just know that when you said I should hire somebody to work in my garden, I could see you with your racist
You gotta hire a Mexican guy to do it because their lives aren't as important as yours.
You are the Liam Neeson of this canyon.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Well, you know Liam Neeson just got busted for being a racist. Did you hear that?
No,
Really?
no.
Yeah,
What
today.
What did he do?
Oh, you got to Google it. Have you got a Google machine?
Google machine.
Google machine.
What did he
Liam-
do?
I put him. It was bad. It was bad.
Not Liam Neeson.
Yeah, he
Liam
gave an
Ne-
interview and he said apparently that I don't even want to say it because I'll get into trouble just saying it. I just because
No.
Let us
people
know,
confuse
Gilbert.
me with Liam
What is
Neeson
it?
all the
There's just a
time.
lot of, in quotations, racist comments, but there's a bunch of videos. I don't want to play the videos. Let's see what they said.
Yeah.
This is.
See
See what I'm saying? It's not good.
He said he spent maybe a week walking near pubs with a heavy stick and hoping some black bastard would come out of a pub and have a go at me about something, you know, so that I could ... kill him.
I have a very particular set of skills. I will find you.
No, he said this on. Was it when he was drunk or what was the context?
No. What it was he was given an interview for some movie, and it's a revenge movie. It's a Liam Neeson movie where
Really?
yeah, you know, something bad happens to
Yeah,
somebody he
he's
loves. And he
never
goes
done
nuts.
one of those before, huh?
Never.
So
Yeah.
he said that I guess the interviewer said to him, "Have you ever wanted to take revenge on somebody?" And apparently, when he was young, a friend of his was raped, and he wanted to take revenge. And apparently, the rapist was a black person, and so he decided he was going to go and look for black people to hold responsible for this guy. I mean, it's bad.
Not
It's a bad.
Schindler.
Oh, so he.
Yeah, Schindler.
Schindler did it.
Schindler
He's one of the
did
good
it?
guys, you said.
Oh,
I know.
Schindler, that's right.
You
Yeah.
reference Schindler so much.
He's also a Jedi.
Oh,
That's
no.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's a
yeah, yeah.
Jedi.
Yeah.
Jedis are racist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
he
just
was-
the real life there,
Yeah,
Bob.
right.
He wasn't friends with Mace Windu.
Yeah, but they are friends, Mace Windu.
Yeah.
And the green Yoda is Asian.
Oh, yes.
So he liked a lot of people back
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Is
you know,
Yoda Asian?
I don't know.
I want
I
you to
feel
say
like
it.
if I
He almost
say
said yes. He almost
I
said
I feel
want-
like if
I
I
want
wander
you to
into
say
this,
it.
I'm gonna get into
Yeah.
trouble. So
Let
I'm
me,
gonna.
look me in the eyes and be honest with me.
Yeah.
Is Yoda Asian?
I've never seen the movie, so I can't.
You've
tell.
never seen any Star Wars?
I've never seen any movies.
Good
I-
deflection.
yeah,
Really
I
good.
don't watch movies anymore.
That's
They're
real.
garbage. Except for Bohemian Rhapsody. Did you see that?
No, I was gonna see it last night.
I cried like a baby all the way
Is it
through
that good?
Yeah, it's just fantastic.
Re-
The guy who plays
Rami?
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, Rami Malek.
Wow.
He's that good.
Exceptional.
Oh my god.
Really good.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
He's like
Because I saw a clip when he did the Live Aid. Because I'm
Oh,
obsessed
that-
with the Live Aid
Oof.
thing. I've watched it because it's supposed to be one of the greatest live band performances of all time, right?
I was there.
There's no way you were there, fucking there.
No, I made it.
Were you there?
No.
No.
But I
You
was
could have been there.
I could have been there. It's conceivable.
Yeah. You were living in Scotland.
I was 22, 23 at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, but you weren't. It was that in England, correct?
Yeah, it was in
Yeah.
England.
So that's close.
Yeah, it's Glasgow
Same
to
continent.
London is San Francisco to LA.
Yeah. Wow. Really?
It's that close.
So he could have gone, but you weren't fucking there.
Let's just say I wasn't.
Now you were in a band, right?
Yeah, but they weren't there. None of that
Now,
band
what was the
were
band
there.
called?
There was a lot of different bands. Why are you trying to embarrass me?
I know.
Yeah,
But you were in music.
I was in music. I think
I'm not. I love embarrassing you. You
Yeah.
blushed a little bit.
I did
I
get
think
a
I
little
got you a
bit.
little bit.
You did get me
It
a
feels
little
good.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
really? I think if I didn't have my Lithuania, then what's it called? That thing we have?
Yes,
Pseudomonas.
Yeah,
Lithuania.
I got my Lithuania.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'll
Yeah.
have the Lithuanians out.
But what were the bands
How
called?
dare you?
What
You
were the
racist.
bands called?
What?
Just FY, just for people's
The
information.
band. Okay, I was in a band called the Night Creatures.
I love them.
Yeah.
And all 9
Good
of their
name.
albums.
Yeah. I was in a band called the Dream Boys.
Which you are.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't like a boy band. I want you
Yeah.
to understand that.
I'm a fuck boy.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I just
No,
am.
you're opposite of a fuckboy. You don't even know what that means.
What is a fuck boy?
What is a fuck boy?
A fuckboy is just a douchebag, self-centered. They usually take duck lip pictures, so bathroom selfies
So
on
like
Instagram.
all those guys around the Oaks
Guys
Gourmet
who-
in LA.
Right, and guys who kind of just like casually just plow through women and with no regard of feelings or any of that. Just a shitty douchebag.
There is.
Are there any of those in LA? There's one or two.
There's got a couple, yeah.
Yeah.
But that
We
Oaks,
breed them.
where we live, this in our neighborhood, like hangout. There is a lot of like weird dudes there that hang out there all the fucking time, right?
Didn't you think when you came to LA, you're like, doesn't anybody have a fucking job?
Yeah.
Like everybody hangs about all day in coffee shops all day. I'm like,
Yeah.
How could you afford all this coffee?
Yeah. You know who I see there sometimes, and I get really scared? Christopher Nolan.
I know Chris Nolan.
You know he lives in the neighborhood?
Yeah, I know. Of course I do. Yeah, I've known him for a long time.
Call him.
Guys,
Calling him.
Put him on speaker.
Wait. So if you saw Chris Nolan,
I'd say, hey, Chris.
and then what would he say? Hello,
Hey.
Craig?
He'd go, hey, how you doing?
Right. Would you hug? I just need to know what the thing is.
He's British. He doesn't hug.
Right.
Yeah.
But if his
shakes
kid,
hands and tries
Right.
to tax you without representation.
now, is it one? Very good. It's very good. But is it one of those things where you go, because I have certain friends. There's hello, you have a hello, but then it's like kind of just surface, and then you leave, or do you guys get into how's the family and all that kind of stuff?
Sometimes maybe.
Yeah.
Actually, I ran into his wife Emma the other day, and we did all the families. She's more a how's the family person. He's more a kind of hey.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about things. Actually, we did have a conversation because I don't know if this is kind of out of line me saying this, but I was talking to Emma about I don't have a browser on my phone, and I don't do any social media, and I don't go on the internet at all anymore. And I was talking to her about that, and she said, "Yeah, God, I want to try and get off that too." And she said Christopher doesn't even have email. He's like totally doesn't touch it, not into it. He says that it just gets in the way.
yeah.
So how does he? I know you don't know this, but how does he get information?
Probably from Emma, I would imagine.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So like because he's a director, correct? I mean, he's one of the biggest ones in the world.
Yeah, I would say.
Did you know him when he was before Memento, even?
No, I did not.
Oh yeah.
I've only known him in the past few years.
The last couple of years. Yeah. Now, so what are you doing now? Are you doing? Because I looked it up. Are you on the road now?
I just did a tour. I just finished a tour. I know. Wait, I'm doing a bunch of dates. I'm doing LA pretty soon for the first time in my life.
You can do stand up in LA.
Yeah.
What, at the Wiltern?
No, the Ace. Is that right?
Ace
The
Ace Hotel.
The
It's
Ace.
a really nice
Yeah.
theater there.
Yeah, everybody was saying how cool it is.
And then
so-
you're gonna do. How many seats is it? Do you guys know?
It's pretty big.
We did our podcast there.
What, Ace?
I think, didn't we? Not
No,
the
that's
theater,
not,
but the
no,
ballroom.
No. We've never done that. That's a different one.
I usually
That's a
do
Biltmore.
about 2.5.
3,000.
2 to 3,000.
Yeah.
I've never played LA though, so I don't know if I.
Wow. But how come? Because you don't like going to the Comedy Store or these clubs.
No.
But let me say something.
What?
I think you would be welcome with open arms.
You know what? I think you may be right, and I think I would do it now, but I'm not in LA much anymore,
Yeah.
and I think I would be fine with it. It used to be when I felt competitive with other comics, I wouldn't go, but I don't feel competitive anymore.
Let me ask you that. That's a very good question that you brought up.
Yeah.
When does that leave through age, or does that leave
No, it's age.
through success?
I think maybe a little of both.
Yeah.
But I think it's mostly age.
Yeah, because you still see Kevin Nealon. He's in your age demographic, I think.
He's a little older. That's a little.
Yeah. You're a little older.
Yeah. Can you Google Kevin? Let's see.
He's probably 65.
Yeah, he's like Bob Saget age.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, Bob's older than me.
Yeah, but Bob sometimes does the clubs,
Yeah,
or like.
but Bob's a very needy man. I mean,
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
he needs validation.
Right.
Yeah.
65. Kevin
Right.
Miller.
I'm 56. That's
You're 50.
like.
I'm sorry. That's 9 years difference. That's okay.
Oh, you think that's not much? What age are you?
You and I'm 47.
Oh yeah, for
Right,
now.
you're 56. No, how dare you, sir? How dare you? But my point is that I guess you and I would be in the same demographic, or no?
Nah, I don't think so. I'm like a generation ahead.
A
of you, right?
generation,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, I was doing stand up when it was still cool.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, man. I guess maybe every 10 years or so it gets a little different.
Because
don't you?
I think it would be cool if I called Adam, like the Comedy Store, and I said, "Hey, Ferguson wants to do some spots this week."
I think he'd say Ferguson who?
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, really?
He's like, "When does he want it?" And I'd go, "He wants to go up Thursday and Sunday or whatever." And I think that would, just FYI. I just want you to.
I would be into trying that.
Yeah,
I don't
want-
know how it's going to go with my Lithumania.
Well, you're dying,
yeah.
so
Yeah, keeps
might
evolving.
not
But I'll
make it
tell
to
you why,
Thursday.
though. It would be cool too, because I think all the comics would love to see you.
really, you know,
Yo, what are you?
I
You're
feel like you're
eyes right now.
Well, I feel like you're setting me up for a hit. Like I feel, I feel like it's the mafia, and you're like, yeah, you're gonna be a made guy. Come on over here. We're gonna come in this room over here. Everything's gonna be great.
You know
and then
how
I'll
great
come in
that
and
would be? Like, oh, hey, Chappelle, look, Craig, and then he'd be happy. People would be happy.
But Chappelle would be like, oh yeah, and then he would do 10 minutes and what a dick I am or something, and then I'd be embarrassed.
Wow.
Or else he would just not know.
Yeah.
Do you like Dave Chappelle's work?
I do.
I have to say, I think he is as good as anybody I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And not only that, I think that people say that he is our Pryor, that he's the Richard Pryor of our generation. And I would even say no to that, because I don't think that Pryor had that kind of work ethic that
I
Dave
think
has.
I think you're right. I think
Yeah.
that's like comparing, Hendrix to like a modern guitar. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. People like to do that. Like they go, the Red Hot Chili Peppers are the Rolling Stones of our generation. And in my head, I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Well, I don't understand why people have to make things like other things anyway. It's like he's the #1 actor in the world. You're like, what does that?
What does it mean? Yeah.
What does that fucking
So
mean? Like
arbitrary.
he acted harder than anybody else.
Yeah.
Guys, you know what that reminds me of?
Aye,
It
aye,
reminds
aye.
me of For Hymns.
Oh, for hymns, guys. Hymns. You guys, back in the day, if we had hymns as a site that I could go to,
Yeah.
I would have a lot of things relieved. Like my penile problems. I have penile problems.
Itchy itchies.
Itchies. I could have gone to hymns and go, what's the itchies? I have hair loss. What do? I keep looking like Pat Morita. I don't want to look like him anymore. Right? I figure out they have real medical advice there on that
Or
site.
your boot, babe.
I have boot all day, all over my body, on my feet, on my knees.
Oh.
Yeah. What's boot?
Boot is hemorrhoids.
Oh, yeah.
You have hemorrhoids on your feet, bro?
Yeah.
But For Hymns can fix that.
Yeah, hymns. No, probably not. But still,
You can ask a doctor.
They have doctors on
Boot
there.
is a male problem too.
Yeah, it is a
Yeah,
male problem.
problem.
Yeah.
Hey, boot
Tell
only
them about
happens to
him.
women.
Tell them about boot and everything. Hymns.
Guys, order now. Our listeners get a trial month of Hymns just for $5 today while supplies last. Yes. See website for full details. This would cost hundreds if you went to a doctor or a pharmacy. Go to forhymns.com/belly.
You gotta try it out. I'm being honest, guys. This is a real thing. We've tried it ourselves, right? So go to hymns.com,
For him.
Yeah.
forhymns.com, and check it out.
Yeah.
For real.
That's forhims.com/belly, forhims.com/belly. Now back to this funny show.
You know what it seems to be like? Have you ever been in any way remotely connected to the Golden Globes?
No.
Whenever you do a movie and you have to go and see the Hollywood Foreign Press, the first time I did that and I met the 100 or so people in the Hollywood Foreign Press, I went, oh, I get it. This whole fucking thing is a scam. The Oscars, the Golden Globes is all bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit. The Golden Globes, man, the Hollywood Foreign Press, I wouldn't trust these guys to walk my fucking dog.
Wow, yeah.
They're unbelievable.
Right.
And all they want to do is run up and get selfies with you. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, honestly, speaking to the Hollywood Foreign Press is like, and I mean no disrespect to people in mental hospitals, it's like it's like people who are like crazy.
Yeah, it's like when Johnny Depp, that movie that he did, that was terrible. There was a Johnny Depp movie that was nominated at the Golden Globes. It was absolutely terrible. There's a couple of them.
Mordecai?
No, it's not even Mordecai.
Chocolat? What about Chocolat?
I love Chocolat with Juliette
Yeah,
Binoche.
Chocolat was great.
Yeah, you know what? I think you must have had your lithumania.
Yeah. But he did it, and Ricky Gervais was hosting.
Right.
And he goes, the only reason why, Johnny Depp is here is because the Foreign Press wants to take photos with them.
Yeah,
and that's when in my head, I'm like, because I saw that movie. And
he's
I was
not
like, that movie
lying.
was
That's
terrible.
true.
Yeah.
That's
The
true.
Tourist with Angelina
That's
Jolie.
what it was, yeah.
Yeah.
That was nominated, and then they wanted Angelina and Johnny Depp at the Golden Globes just to take photos. And
You
be
said
around them.
Angelina like your friends. Are you friends with Angelina Jolie?
No, it's like saying, I say
lives in
Jesus in that same way.
She lives in
Jesus
this area,
Christ.
right?
She used to live, when they were together, they lived right next to my compound. Their compound was next to my compound, next to Christopher Nolan's compound.
Wait.
What?
Brad Pitt and Jolie live next to your compound.
Yeah, you know where their house is?
They live right in our area.
Yeah,
You didn't
she
know
always
that?
does the tail waggers.
Yeah.
They're in our fucking area. I see. No, now I knew that.
When the divorce was going on, you didn't see all the helicopters over the neighborhood?
That's what it was. I thought someone was being robbed or something.
It might have been that too.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, because we're a little closer to Franklin.
Oh, stop trying to be Craig. You don't have any cred. You're a rich douchebag.
No.
Stop me.
Two-bedroom piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm with the people. We're with the people. We don't live in a compound.
This building. What's that?
Yeah, we're with the people.
You're with the people?
Yeah. Street credibility.
Okay, that's right.
And you guys are up there with the bouge.
The bouge?
Yeah, the bourgeois.
Yeah.
Look, I clean my fountains just like a regular guy.
You do.
Like a regular guy.
I know how you do. I loved your place. You know why I love your place? Because you can't see your house from the street. I'm not gonna tell people where it is, obviously.
Well, they can't see it anyway.
Yeah. And there's a gate, and there's that tall. What's that guy's name? I love that guy.
Tomas.
Tomas
is awesome.
There's a foreigner there. A foreigner by the Tomas. He has a funky fucking accent.
East European.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
welcome to
yeah.
house.
And he's always there. And
one cup of coffee.
Yeah. The gate opens. You walk into this compound. It's fucking great, man.
I wanted Tomas.
What?
Yeah, the ladies do like Tomas.
We have this guy, John Na, with the Hitler haircut.
John Na is
close.
Like, he's like the Tomas from another continent.
Yeah. This is the most Asian guy I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. Look at his face. It's like that you could buy like statues of him at the airport in Beijing.
Oh,
yeah, just
face
with
of
that
Beijing.
stupid fucking. Look at that face, that cheek.
The face of Beijing.
Yeah. Okay, you have a real chinky face right now.
Hey, no.
Hey, you guys. Yes.
No.
Because I'm Asian.
No,
we can do that.
No, you're not even allowed
you're
to do that.
No, I want to let you know. Yes, Craig.
Stop that.
Your face is flat, right, and your dick is not good.
Oh,
yeah.
Bobby, this
Craig. That's what this kind of show. That's what the show's about.
Well, no, I look. Then I'm Seinfeld here. I'm like, I am not comfortable with the way you're talking. And what's the deal with bananas? They're yellow. They're weird. They taste. What do they taste like? They don't taste like anything. They taste like bananas. Yeah. That'll be $1 billion, please.
Do you feel weird when African Americans because they call each other the N-word and all that kind of stuff? Does that bother you or no?
It's none of my business.
Exactly. Yeah, so I can call him Ching Chong.
I'm sorry, that's none of my business. Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to get I want to have a language and a way to talk to other Asians that white people can't say.
Yeah. What about Mandarin? That would probably
or Korean.
Yeah, that's
but in English,
Cantonese. There are so many languages that perhaps you could use with fellow Asians.
No, but don't you think that, right, Gilbert? Don't you think that'd be cool to have in English so that people could understand what you're doing?
Yeah.
And then have them feel uncomfortable, but that's the way they have their own way of talking.
Wait, are you doing a white person voice there? Is that voice that like a white person voice? Is it?
I was.
Because it's absolutely true. When I'm around, if it was just me and him here, I'd be like, oh, isn't it such a relief to just use our voices? Oh, look at you, Cracker.
Doesn't that feel good calling him Cracker?
No, I felt bad. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
So then you were also on the Drew Carey show for 7 years?
Yeah, not 9 years.
9 fucking years.
Yeah.
When you were on that show, did you think that this is it? This is what I'm going to be doing, and then that's it? Or
yeah, it didn't feel that good when I thought that.
What?
Yeah, when I was thinking, this is it, man. I'm going to walk on set once a week and go, Carey, you're fired. And then, Drew and I worked out that if round about season 7, that if it was per word, I was the highest paid actor in Hollywood. Oh, because all I said was, Carey, you're fired.
That's the only thing you said. There's other dialogue. I think I remember.
A lot, but it was it was we were looking at it one week because when you get into these shows, you still doing that sitcom? Is that still right?
Yeah, no one's watching it, but yes.
So when you get to year 7 or year 8, you're pulling down some money.
Yeah.
And one episode all I said was, Carey, you're fired. In fact, it wasn't even that. It was an episode where Drew goes to China, and somebody tells me, and I say, China? And walk out. That's it. That's all I said. Wow. I said the word China, and I got paid a week's worth of money for that. And it was a lot of money.
Yeah, it's weird because they call me a lot and they go, "Hey, we couldn't fit you into the script because I'm like fifth lead in it."
Right, but they pay you.
Yeah, and they go, "But so have fun."
Yeah.
And it's literally like, "Oh, I just got a free check for no reason."
That was exactly like me in the Drew
It's
Carey show.
incredible.
That was weird. Yeah, it doesn't. It's good because like who doesn't love the money, but it's bad because you feel kind of weird, right?
Right. It feels like, oh, they don't
want me.
They don't want me, or they don't need me, and also because I'm, an alcoholic, right? Recovering alcoholic. I still have that ism, and that like, this narcissistic kind of self-serving kind of mental thing that
I don't
do.
think that. I mean, I'm also a recovering alcoholic, as you know.
That's all
but
I wanted you to say.
But I have to say, that
was the whole point.
You really
Point of the
painted
whole
me
thing.
in a corner. On that one. But I think that we're not the only people who suffer from narcissistic, self-serving impulses.
Right.
I think that you will find a lot of guys around the Oaks Gourmet who also
yeah.
have these.
But do you find it like, because I am, a recovering alcoholic, and I do clubs every night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I am. It is a difficult thing to navigate in terms of just in terms of seeing all the drinking and the partying and everything that goes on, and then me still trying to be a part of, I want to be a comedian and still want to be able to, bond and connect in that way. I find it to be difficult at times, especially because I don't know if you know this, but in this last year I've been really dry. Like I have been to 2 meetings this year, right? And so I'm in my
super irresponsible.
It's so irresponsible, yeah. And I am. I have to admit, I'm very moody.
Yeah.
I'm a dry drunk right now. I'm very and I just find myself at the clubs. Even there are things in my head like, oh, what if I did? What would happen? Like I think it through even more than normally.
I did that. I've done that.
Yeah. And it always ends up when I think things through. Like if I smoke pot with Chappelle right now,
Right.
and then next day what would happen? I think to myself, I relapse. I can do whatever I want now. And then the ball just kind of keeps going and going, and so it is. Yeah, it is irresponsible of me.
I think the paradigm is mistaken. If I can just correct you. For a
Please,
second.
this is what I wanted.
There is a prevailing thought, not just amongst people who are addicted to substances who have gotten clean and sober, but I just think generally in society that when you stop taking the substance for which you're addicted, you are somehow denying yourself something. And the opposite, for me, when I'm healthy in my head, and it's not always like this, but most of the time it is these days, I'm not denying myself anything. I am stopping doing something which actually I loathe, but I had difficulty not doing. So the idea of saying, I want to have something that I cannot have, or now that I've relapsed, I can do anything I want. I actually think the opposite is true, that I feel like, for me, my alcoholism takes this manifestation, which is, it is an allergy which manifests itself as a compulsion. So if I take the substance, the alcohol, the allergic reaction to that is a mental aberration, which thrusts me into compulsive behavior to drink more alcohol, and so the cycle of addiction continues. All you do when you get clean and sober is remove the allergic substance which triggers the allergy. It doesn't take care of you in any other way other than breaking the cycle of that. But any neurosis or any discomfort that one person, not you, Bobby, but me, Craig, or anyone who has these tendencies or personality types, what it does is that it's all still there. Everything that you need to deal with is still there, just like people.
I know.
So
I know.
Get the fucking mean.
I know. I mean, it's so funny because I've been around recovery since I was a kid, right? Since I was in high school, and I know these things, right? I've read the book. I've read things, and I know these things, but I'm just in. I don't. It's so weird. I am in a specific weird state where I just can't. I don't know what it is.
Are you enjoying it?
Not really. No, I'm very moody, and she has to take the brunt of it, and it's really not fair to her because we live together here, right? And she sees me snap or like, or me being in these like crazy like moods. And I'm well aware of what it is, right? I understand what the root of it, because I'm just in myself and in my thoughts, right? And it's a nightmare.
I want to ask you this, because someone as labile as him, he's so up and down, and if you, it seems like he has.
I said this before we were on there. I really do think you could have done better, but it's fine. It's fine. You've made your choices, and that's fine. I mean, Bobby's a great guy, but Bobby, I think you would agree with me.
Yeah, 100%.
Really could do better.
I know. I don't. Sometimes I look at her and go, "What are you doing in this nightmare?" Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, you were going to ask me a question.
So in his mindset is, if I leave one thing, I have to replace it with another.
Yes.
And how do you break that idea that you don't have to replace it with another form of addiction or another compulsion?
Well, I think it goes back to what I said earlier, that you're not denying yourself anything.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. There is no scale or reparation. Like, if I don't have alcohol, then what do I have? Well, what you have is a release from the thing that's killing you and making you miserable and psychotic. So alcoholics are the only people I know that look for a reward for getting a gift in the fucking first place, which is you get the gift of desperation. That gift of desperation, if you read it correctly, will give you the gift of sobriety. And now you want something for that, you lucky son of a bitch. You got sober in the first place. So many people don't.
Yeah.
They cannot connect to the idea that it's not even the idea. It's just lucky enough for some. I'm so fucking grateful that I got some moment of clarity that broke the cycle.
Oh God!
And allowed me to get
free. All right. I know what it is. All right.
Is Craig aware of your debilitating video game addiction and other things, like porn addiction and all of that?
I would imagine that we should really talk. But No, I feel that about everything. Like when I stopped drinking alcohol, I didn't stop being an alcoholic. I got more alcoholic in an odd way. But so I've had addiction. I haven't had an addiction to porn because I'm a Scottish Protestant and it's just way too uncomfortable. But I've had the video game things and then fucking Candy Crush But here's the thing about video games that, in my experience, not necessarily everybody else's, I've never played so many video games that I've blacked out and hit a cop. I've never played so many video games that I've broken the hearts of people who were misfortunate enough to love me. I've annoyed myself and other people, but the scale of what the damage of these things has, for me, now I'm not saying that that's not possible, but for me that has not happened.
Yeah.
And I seem to be able to put things down easier, with the exception of about a year ago I stopped going on social media. About 3 or 4 months ago I stopped going on the internet at all.
Wow.
And I experienced withdrawal from that in a way that I haven't since nicotine, really, which is about 20 years ago. And that I think a lot of people have and are unaware of.
How did you feel? Like, what was the feeling?
Restless,
was it a similar...
irritable, discontent, insomnia, wild mood swings, depression, all of the friends that turn up when you try to break an addictive cycle. It's very interesting.
Yeah, this is why you're here.
Yes, I know.
This is listen, this is something that I needed to hear. Usually in this podcast, I yell at people and I tell people that I'm the king, and I and I make fun of him.
My flat face.
We're all yes men.
We're
glad you're here.
Thing, right?
That sounds very healthy.
Right. Right. And I'm like King Joffrey in there. I'm just like, you know what I mean?
You're Joffrey.
And you're that, and all that stuff. And the thing is that this is exactly what I needed to hear, because I can see myself spiraling, even with this gift of having this show that I'm on, when I'm there, and it's everything that I've ever wanted.
Right.
It's everything, right? It's like, remember when she met me, my career was, I had nothing. I really had. I was going on the road, these shitty comedy clubs, but no, great. Thank you. Great comedy clubs,
Great comedy
and thank you so much for the fucking opportunity and for me to make money. And I really appreciate it. And you guys are all A-list and great. Okay?
A-list.
And I'm very grateful for.
We were gonna have Bobby here, but he said we were shitty. That's the last time he plays the Chuckle Hut in Wisconsin. I tell you that.
Yeah. Right, but even so, I would pray, where I would like envision, please let me get back into the graces of Hollywood and get a job, right? And now that I'm on this job, I sit there and I'm sitting in this room, my dressing room, and I just sit there and I'm just in this misery, and I'm well aware of it too. I'm like, this is everything you ever wanted, right? You prayed about it, and now that you're here, you're miserable. What is that? And I know exactly what I need to do, but I just right now I haven't been able to put one foot in front of the other and go there. I'm getting to the point of the cliff where I have to do it, or I'm gonna fucking relapse or something even worse.
I would say that perhaps whenever I have found myself in that position, and I have, and I hope to never do it again, but I think probably it will happen again. But whenever I've been successful in breaking that cycle of anguish that you're describing, it has that I have to do things even although I don't want to do them. So I have to, in Christian theology, they say faith without works is dead, which I think is actually quite an interesting way of describing it. That you can believe what you want, but if you're a douchebag, you're a fucking douchebag. So what you believe and what you do have to be commiserate. They have to attach to each other. So if you say, I am uncomfortable, I am unhappy, I have to do all this thing, but just saying that doesn't mean shit unless you do something.
Right.
So even although it's a little bit, I don't like to break the traditions of, the fellowship to which I belong, but but I will say this, that any time that somebody walks into a room, like somebody like you walks into a room of these meetings and says, I've had a hard time and I'm back, there's douchebags there, let's not be mistaken, but that's not the majority. The overwhelming thrust of the meeting will be, we're glad you're back. It's good you're here. Here's what I did when I felt like you.
Yeah.
And then just do it. And I think that for people there's no embarrassment in struggle. I think there's an odd thing in society now that somehow struggle or mental anguish or lack of success or some kind of failure. I blame it on that Instagram-y
you're
shit.
so right.
Like everything has to be successful all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking nuts. That's crazy. How can everything be great all the time? That's insane.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Wow.
But people are like, oh, look at my fabulous luxury life. My condo. It just doesn't make any sense. So if you say like people who have been sober a long time, they say, I'm great, I feel great, I've never felt the need to have a drink. I'm like, then I doubt very much you and I suffer from the same thing.
Right. Wow. Yes. You're right. And you know what, dude? It's like this, man. Yes, I'm the slut king in here. Stop looking at me that way.
Oh, what?
Because he's never seen me vulnerable before. This one.
You're a racist.
Look at me right now, Gilbert. I want to admit something to the room.
John,
even
take
you,
your hat
John,
off.
even though you're never here. Take your hat off.
Take your hat off. This moment.
Put it back on.
You have very good hair, man. Yeah.
Very good hair, right? And he's a father. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Are you high right now?
A little bit.
John, seriously, are you high right now? A little bit, right? Yeah. You look great. And you know what, dude? It doesn't interfere with your life. Keep doing what you're doing.
If you're happy, you're happy, man.
If you're happy, you're happy. But look, he's blitzed out of his fucking mind. Yeah, he thinks we're at fucking Fighter of the Kid or whatever. Yeah.
Hey, guys, we have to take a really quick break for one of our amazing sponsors.
Blue Apron. It's our favorite kind of food in the world. For your mouth. For your mouth. For your mouth. You guys.
Also for the belly.
And the belly. So sometimes I come home and I hungo. And I go, Khalyla, my beautiful equal partner. You know what I mean? Can you make? I can make it too, but can you make? What do we have? And she says, equal partner. Let's get Blue Apron. We have Blue Apron. I go, what kind of flavors? Because I know it's going to be exotic.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to be fresh and healthy.
Tasty.
And whatever she makes from Blue Apron, I'd love it.
Sichuan dishes,
Thai dishes,
Mediterranean dishes.
You know, they have all of it. Okay, they have dishes from Mother Earth.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That's what I like to say.
From the ground.
Yeah, go tell them about it.
Guys, check out this week's menu and get $60 off at blueapron.com/belly. That's blueapron.com/belly. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. Yum.
And they also have Mexican dishes,
What else?
Filipino dishes.
but mostly I don't eat those ones. But the Mexican
Because the beans. You don't want to
Because the
fart too
beans,
much. You don't want to
yeah,
fart
yeah,
too
yeah,
much.
No, the Filipinos don't have beans. What are you talking about?
Anyway, the Blue Apron though. Honestly though,
Yeah.
my honest thing is that Blue Apron is literally my favorite meal in the whole world. I'd rather eat Blue Apron than eat at a fancy restaurant even.
And you know exactly what's going into your food.
Yeah, because
from
it's
the
in the
oil,
box.
from the ingredients, everything.
Yeah.
Guys, enjoy the rest of the show.
You know what? It's so funny because it's not funny, but when I knew that you were coming here, I was a little nervous because I just didn't know how this was going to go, and I really it was needed for me. This is a wake up call. Because I feel, and I apologize to Khalyla because I've just been in I've never been this way before. I'm in the precipice of
that was me about 18 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And all these things that you're saying to me is ringing complete true to me, and I know what I need to be doing.
Yeah.
And
But if you don't do it, it doesn't mean anything. It's like you got.
you already fucking said that walks with it works.
Yeah. That's,
yeah.
there was nothing about walks. You try to make everything Asian.
Yeah.
There was no walks involved.
Yeah.
It's like, there has to be a walk. There doesn't have to be a walk, man.
Yeah, there needs to be a
All right.
One at least.
Yeah.
One walk.
What was it saying again? Faith. Let me say, faith without works is dead.
Right.
Is what I wanted to say.
Right.
Another point to carry home with you is that, you don't have, people expect a gift when sobriety is the gift, right? The conversation we had yesterday was, I need, bad food, nicotine, indulgent lifestyle, all of this because I'm sober.
You fucking asshole. Now you stop talking like that.
No, but don't point in my house like that.
Yeah?
No, I'm kidding.
Come on, man. Come on.
I know. What I was doing, pulling
It's
with
funny,
her-
you look so guilty because she's telling you what you said.
I know.
And you look to me like really guilty, and I'm like, I know it. I've said it to my wife too.
I know. I tried to pull something yesterday where,
Sure.
because of the fact that I'll just tell you, I quit smoking 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, right? But I've been vaping.
Okay.
And eating more indulgently.
And eating very indulgently. Okay?
Fried foods every day.
Fried foods. And I have high blood pressure. I have strokes in my family.
Right.
So I can't move my neck. It hurts so bad because of my high blood pressure. Every time my neck hurts, she has, what do you call it?
I take his blood pressure, and it's like 200
machine.
over 100.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it's
you
crazy.
could stroke out now.
Stroke out, yeah.
Jeez.
Change your lifestyle. Burn a calorie. It's like he's attached to his video game for 16 hours a day.
So I play 16 hours of video games. Right?
Yeah.
And I vape like a crazy person, right? And I'm trying not to vape because of the fact that my neck is hurting.
Yeah.
And I'm in a situation where I need to get out of this rut. Also, on top of it, I have great things happening because of this podcast. I have great things happening in my career, right? And, I'm just getting work, and everything, and yet I'm miserable. So, I'm admit, turn away. Okay.
You can't be vulnerable.
Yeah, I cannot him. No.
Not George. Not George.
He's king white, and I cannot. In front
He's
of him.
pretty. Look, I gotta
Yeah.
say, I'm a Scottish Protestant. And he's white to me.
I know. He's country white. Look at him, dude. It's
Man,
like
I'm like, man, that is a white guy.
yeah, it's beyond even.
Yeah.
That's why when I'm being vulnerable, I can't have pure
No,
white.
I get it, man.
Right?
I hear
Thank
you.
you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, no, I
Just
hear
look
you.
away, fucknut. All right. And I have to treat him that way because of the fact that
Because of history.
That's right. It's
Yeah.
because of history.
Yeah, of course.
Right, the history of what you fucks have done. All right.
Well, to be fair.
Right. To be fair, yeah. But the thing is that you are absolutely right. I know what to do. Faith without work is dead.
Here's an easier one. Yeah. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Mm-hmm. If you don't change, then nothing's going to change. You want to feel better? Do something different. Full stop. That's it.
I am there.
Well, good. Congratulations. You bottomed out. Stop it before you have a stroke. I'll tell you, a guy I know. Yeah. He's not a friend of mine, but a guy I know, an extremely talented man, had a stroke when he was drinking. And he's still alive and he's still around and he can say, and that's it. You want to be that guy?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He was successful?
Sure.
And that's what I always tell him. He thinks a stroke is going to kill him. I'm like, no, a stroke doesn't kill you. It keeps you. It makes you are debilitated for the next 30 years of your life.
I know this because my dad had one.
Right.
And he's still alive and he can't move. You don't get it. All my grandparents were paralyzed from the neck down because of a stroke. My grandmother was for 30 years couldn't leave her house because she was always paralyzed. She couldn't feel anything because of a stroke.
That you're in possession of some information, and it seems like
I am. No, that's why I'm saying it out loud because I'm sorry for yelling, but
it's really okay.
I know. All right, but
I'm in no way intimidated.
I know.
So it's very cool.
I know, but I'm just let me just be me, okay?
Okay, sure.
And so I there's a reason why I'm saying it out loud is because I know what is going on, and it's not. I'm not blind to it. Even when I lash out on Khalyla, right in my head, I go, "You just lashed out. Why? Why did you do that?" She was just being nice. She even before you got here, she said, "Walk the dog," and I just lashed out. You know, and it's.
No,
like,
I feel your pain though. I honestly, I don't want you to
Thank
think
you.
that I'm not.
Thank you.
Like I just don't though.
What?
Yeah, just don't.
I'm not.
Like, you think like I have kids, right?
Yeah,
you think
do.
I don't want to lash out sometimes and like see for the first 10 years of a kid's life, all you do is put their fucking shoes on. Like every fucking day, fucking shoes.
Yeah.
You put your shoes on. Oh my God, where are your fucking shoes?
Yeah.
You know, you think I don't want to yell and scream about their shoes? And sometimes I admit I've been a little tetchy about shoes, but a lot of times I've not done that. And just don't do it. Just don't do it. You can feel it. It doesn't mean you're not going to feel it. Feel it, but you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes I want to drink, but I
want to say this though but you're approaching it, especially in recent times, as a real recovered man in sobriety, and you go to meetings and you're very healthy, right? And I'm not like that. So right. So right now, I want to get to the point where you're at, and that's I think my new awakening. I want to do that.
Here's what I think. Then the piece of information that will help you with that. You can do it right now. This is the instant gratification. The addictive people like us. This is the great news for us. You don't have to wait 6 weeks for it to take. You can be better right now. Right fucking now. Just say, I'm going to be better now. I'm going to be better now, and just be better right now.
I'm going to say it now.
Right, just be right now.
Can I say it now?
Say it now.
I'm going to...
Say it louder. Say it louder like you mean it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
I'm going to be better right now.
Right now.
I'm going to be better right now.
For the rest of this day, I am not going to lash out at the beautiful woman who is deluded enough to love me.
I know.
Yeah, that's
and here's a... I'm sorry for standing.
No, that's okay. Yeah. It's good.
But this is good. You're right. You're absolutely right. Because this thing is that many years ago... Hold my hand. This is good. I'll hold your wrist. I'll hold your wrist. I'm gonna hold your wrist. I'm gonna hold your. This is how we hold it.
Captive?
Yeah.
No, don't pull her finger, man. That's a whole different thing. No, this is how I hold her
hand. Yeah. Right. When I was in high school and when I was sober, I got sober when I was in high school. I was in junior, right? And for 6 years of my first years of sobriety back then, right, I couldn't get any women. They wouldn't look at me, even at meetings. And no one would look at me. I was like this little shy kid. I wasn't doing comedy at the time, I was a working guy, right? And I used to dream in bed like I just want any woman to like me, right? And now, cut to many years later, I have a beautiful Beautiful.
You're punching way above your weight.
You're way above my. Right.
Yeah, good for
Look
you,
at me,
man.
right?
Good for you.
And yet, I lash out on her and I do things, and it's just like it's just crazy, John.
So hot.
Oh,
Right?
John is
Look
so
at-
hot.
look at-
John's just
Right, John?
giggling
Right,
every
John?
time you look at him.
Try to look at me right. Isn't that crazy, John?
It's very crazy.
Yeah. Where are you right now?
Bobby Lee's house.
Yeah.
You know you're in the closet in the spare bedroom of Bobby's house.
You're not far gone. You're still cognitive. You're with us. Yeah. Do you drive that way?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. It's fine, just as long as you know how the fucking mechanics of the car works. You right?
Yeah.
How's your kid? Good?
Good.
All right, good. Thank you. Yeah, so you're right. Like I used to pray about someone like that, and she's a great this
you.
woman here. She really just absorbs a lot of bullshit from me, and she deserves way better.
Well, let me just remind you, everybody has their limits, Bobby. And you might have to stop doing that now.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's
That
what I'm
sounds like
saying.
a threat to me.
No, it's not a threat at all. It's an observation. Everybody has their
Wow.
limits. I remember when I was drinking, I was in love with a woman, and I couldn't stop drinking. And when we lived together, in the end, she said to me, "This is the most." I really understood it, but it was hard. She said, "I love you, but I can't hang around and watch you do this and be this. I can't be part of this."
Yeah.
And she left me. And I understood. I was devastated and heartbroken, but I totally understood why she had to go, because, in that kind of darkness, you just pull everybody down with you. And swim, man. Come on.
I'm gonna swim. Do you still do your thing like on Sundays? Is it what early?
Oh, well, I haven't been in LA for a long time.
You've been on tour.
Well, and then I've been in Scotland for a long time, too.
Yeah.
I've been out in Glasgow doing stuff there.
How big is Sir William Wallace there?
He's a fairly big figure in the country.
Great segue.
Yeah.
I've always wondered because I love that movie.
Yeah.
Braveheart. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't Australian. You do know that. Like William Wallace wasn't Australian. Didn't wear plaid either. You know the other thing?
Oh, he's not Australian?
He wasn't Australian.
Oh, fuck.
Like my take our lives.
Yeah.
They want to take our freedom.
Yeah.
Sugar tits.
Yeah. No, but let me ask you something. This is so dumb that I would even say it. But when that movie came out, was it a big sensation in Scotland?
You kidding me? It was like crazy.
It was crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I auditioned for that movie and didn't get it.
No.
Yeah, it was terrible. I was crushed.
Oh, were you really?
Yeah, it was down to
that's so
me and
funny.
another guy. And
Oh my God, you could have been in it. You're so close.
Yeah, I was really close. I had like half a dozen meetings with Mel Gibson about it. It was like right down to the wire.
Oh, wow.
And the guy who got it, I can't remember his name now. But he's a good actor. Irish guy. You know in the movie the guy who talks to God.
Yeah.
It was that part.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been. But you know what? You did fine.
Yeah, I did okay.
Yeah.
But I really wanted that part. And you
Yeah.
know what? I was just newly sober as well.
Oh wow.
And at that point, I thought that if you pray, because they say like pray and stuff. I thought you could pray and get stuff.
Yeah.
And I think with people who pray and think, dear God, can I have a job? Dear God, can I have a parking space? Dear God, can I have like shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I realize now
He
that
doesn't do that.
No, do you pray? I mean,
I do pray. I do pray.
I do too, but I'm not religious in any way. But
Neither.
But I do pray. Here's what I say. The only prayer I can make work for myself is a line from one prayer. One line from one prayer. And here's what it is. You're familiar with the St. Francis of Assisi.
Oh yeah, I love that prayer.
Right, that whole prayer. I can't memorize that whole prayer.
Yeah, but could you start it? Let me see if I can do some of it.
The only line
Yeah.
this is my entire prayer routine. Here it is. Lord, make me a channel of thy peace. That's it.
Can you look up the St. Francis prayer? I would like to say it on air.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I want to say it on air because I think that'd be a good, ending to this thing.
Are we ending it now?
No, not ending it now, but like.
Or you're going to say it at the end?
Yeah, we'll say it. I want him to look it up.
I have it. Do you want me to correct you or just let you just do it?
Well, to give me the beginning, see if I can do some of it.
Lord, make me an instrument of your peace.
Is that it? Is?
Well, I say
There's
channel.
different. There's
Yeah,
different
yeah.
versions
All right, Lord, make me an instrument of my. What is it?
of your peace.
Just let me try, baby. Let me
Okay,
try.
you got it. You got it.
Why are you
I believe
sweating?
in you.
Right?
She's sweating so much.
Give me the next line.
Where there is hatred.
I may bring wrong.
Nope. Let me sow love.
What?
Let me sow love.
Let me sow love. Give me the next line.
Where there is injury.
I may bring solitude.
Nope. Pardon.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Where there is doubt.
I may bring light.
No, one word, faith.
Faith. Give me the next one.
Where there is despair. One word.
I may bring truth.
Just hope.
Oh, fuck.
Where there is darkness.
I may bring light. Bingo!
Yeah.
Remember.
You see the pattern? You see the pattern? Okay.
I see the pattern now.
When
yeah.
there's a bad thing,
There's a good thing.
Yeah.
When there is sadness,
there is joy.
Joy.
Don't do that part though.
Yeah.
Don't do the G because to help me.
okay.
All right.
no
That's
help.
because please don't do that.
The last part is okay. This is different.
Yeah.
O divine master, grant
Yes.
that I may
Do it.
not so much seek to be consoled,
But to do it
as to console.
as to console somebody
To be understood,
and to rather be understand
as to understand.
as to understand
To be loved,
them to be loved
as to love.
as to love.
For it is in giving
It is what one finds is to give forgiveness.
that we receive.
Receive love.
Let me try you. Let me do another one for you. Dear Santa,
No.
can I have?
Yeah. But I was close.
You're pretty close. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And that's why, Gilbert, and that's why you're a part of this family.
Thank you so much.
Because you're a yes man for life, right? And you always have my back. And I really appreciate it, right?
welcome.
But we all know in this room and everyone listening now that I didn't have it. Yeah, I was pretty far off. But I've heard that before.
Yeah, but it's too much. It's a good prayer if you're a saint. But
Yeah.
but I'm not.
Yeah.
But the first line I think that's the mantra that I try and use all the time. Lord, let me just. I don't know what God is. I'm pretty sure it's not an angry white man living on a cloud. I'm pretty sure it's not that. I'm pretty sure it's not some awful civil servant making a checklist of good deeds and bad deeds like some kind of pernickety Santa. But I think there is a force that guides thought.
Yeah.
And I think there is benevolent force that is available if you can clear your mind
Oh God!
sufficiently.
Yes. I'm sweating on my face, but yes.
Where do you normally sweat?
You sweat on my nose right here, and whenever there's sweat on my nose, is when I'm like really like feeling something. You know? Do you ever notice that when I like if I'm in a horror movie, and you look at my nose, it's just a ball of sweat.
Now,
on
when
my
you
nose.
say in a horror, like if you're acting in a horror,
no, I'm watching
like
one.
are you doing a horror movie?
No.
about a guy who, sweat nose man. Don't go there, kids. That's where sweat nose man lives.
No.
Hey!
No. I sweat on my nose when I'm feeling something, you know. So yeah. So I want to ask you a couple of more questions.
Sure.
Just okay, since you're here.
Yeah,
Okay. So
The touching, that's a thing.
no, but
Yeah, you touched my hand like it was kind of like it's insincere.
what do you mean?
Make it more sincere, Bobby.
Yeah. Do it properly or don't do it.
No, I just felt that we had connected in some way, so I
Yeah.
just wanted to go. Thank you for being here.
It was a swipe. It was more. It was.
Here's what it. No,
Be a little more forceful with it. Is what I'm saying. Do it again.
Oh no! Just put your hand there. Right. This is what I was thinking, and just is that in my head it was like he gave me so much wisdom right now, and when I go, you should touch him in my head. So when I was halfway there, I'm like, oh, this is not.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be doing this,
No, you
right?
shouldn't,
So then it just came out like that.
Oh, that's
yeah.
bad. So you keep doing it.
Yeah. Let me just do it for real then.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that feel better?
No, it's all wrong.
Yeah. How about I just don't touch you?
Yeah,
I think that would be good. Yeah. I'm sorry for touching you.
No,
you don't have a Howie Mandel thing with like.
No.
No.
I'm
You know him?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
You
I know
yeah.
him too. I love him.
I love Howie as
He's
well.
so good.
I always pretend I've got the flu just to.
Yeah. He did a sketch at my house once, and I had to cover all my furniture with plastic.
What?
Yeah, he's tortured, man.
Yeah, I never
made
told
you
you
do
that.
that?
No, it was from Mad TV, and they go, Howie Mandel wants to do a sketch with just you, and I go, okay, cool. We wrote something up, and then it was in my house, and they got you got to cover your place with plastic. So we covered the whole place with plastic, and then he walked inside.
Wow.
I've never hugged him. I don't think I've ever shaken his hand.
No.
Fist bump?
no.
Yeah, not even a pound.
I usually do the little Sawandi Cup, the Thai thing.
Oh, you do a little bow thing
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Is he Buddhist? Is that
No, but I feel like the lack of any physical intimacy is a gift that I can give him.
right? there has to be something, right? So he chose to do the bow.
The Thai
right?
wrestling,
Yeah.
yeah.
What?
What do you do?
I always go like this. Hi.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
A little
Like
wave,
I'm excited
like
to see him.
Japanese harajuku.
Yeah, right. I
or
get the peace
something
sign
like that.
sometimes. Yeah. I cover my mouth. That's what I do. Yeah. But so, when your talk show was over,
Yeah.
was that a time where were you depressed then or no?
No, actually not then. I was very elated by being out of that, and I was fine for a couple of years. This was about 18 months ago. I kind of like my attendance to my mental well-being, what you're describing. I just did what you. I knew what I had to do. I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
There was some kind of bloody-mindedness within me. Bless you. You all right?
I'm fine.
It's the thing.
Yeah. Oh, is it that waterborne?
Pseudomonas.
You have the thing?
So I
Oh
brought the
my
fountain disease.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
caught
no.
it.
My
We caught it.
Lithuania, I brought it in. Sorry. So it was that. It was just a lack of attentiveness to the type of person that I am and the maintenance that I need to
Wow.
conduct in myself. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. Really bad. I thought I was going to get drunk.
Yeah.
And then what happened? During all that time period, I had to get a piece of pretty major dental surgery.
Well, your teeth are fine.
Yeah, but it was a root canal.
Oh.
And I had to. When I got it, it was a painful thing.
Yeah.
And after it, the doctor said, I'm going to give you some painkillers. And I was like, I can't do them. I lost my right to use those things. And he said, well, this is going to hurt a lot. I said, well, I'm not doing them. And he said, well, look, let me just give you the prescription just in case you change your mind when this wears off. And I changed my mind because it was unbelievable. So I call up my, for want of a better word, sponsor.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to him, and there's like, helicopters for Dr. Phil above my house and all that kind of stuff. And I take this painkiller out, and
Well, Dr. Phil lives in the neighborhood too?
no, it was just
You got really excited,
I got
Bobby.
really excited.
no. And then I wouldn't listen to him. Anyway,
Right.
He's not really a doctor, you know that. He's like-
Yeah.
That came out. Like,
Yeah.
a while
And then what
back,
he did, just I know you're in the middle of a thing, but I just have to say something about him.
Yeah.
He did an interview with Shelley Duvall when she
Yeah.
was like mentally like not there, and it really just turned me off to that
Yeah.
fucking bastard.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm turned off to that bastard.
You know what's funny? I had him as a guest on the late night show early on, and he was talking to me, and about halfway through the interview, I thought, you have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. Because I was talking to him about addiction, and I thought, you have no fucking nothing about
In your
what
head, you were thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking, you have no fucking idea what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Now, that doesn't mean he doesn't know about other things.
He's a fraud.
Well, when it comes to understanding what an addictive personality is, yeah, he is.
I
Yeah.
think more than that, he's just really exploitative.
Exploitative. Yeah.
maybe. Anyway, what was I talking about? So I took this
You took
painkiller,
yeah.
and I only took it. I took it twice. I was like prescribed twice a day or something like that, but I wouldn't do that. I took it twice, and it worked, and I was very grateful for it. I didn't get high, but I started having very weird thoughts about. I kept focusing on. I wanted to go to Juarez, and get drunk in Juarez.
Mexico.
Yeah,
Specifically Juarez.
So I was totally fixated on Juarez.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I've never been at Juarez.
Yeah.
Why there? I don't know. I got this. No. Listen, let me ask you, because you've probably noticed this one. Has Bobby ever got an idea in his head and you're going, what the fuck is he focusing on that for? That makes no sense at all.
Oh yeah, he has a lot of fixations.
That's what happened.
and he won't leave it for days.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what happened with me. And so for about 2 weeks, all I could think about was going to Juarez and drinking cold beer.
Wow. There's other places in Mexico that would be better for you, but yeah.
I figured that if I went to Juarez and I got drunk, someone would take me out, and that would.
Oh,
be
is
the end
that
of it.
that's what it was? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I went to a brothel in Juarez.
Okay.
And I almost died.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking about
This
that
is
particular
before us, babe.
I thought that was Tijuana.
No, I fucked one girl in Juarez. I had sex. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the one where they chased you down.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
That was in Juarez.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a dangerous place, and don't.
Yeah,
ever,
I think that's what I was looking for.
yeah, I know that we were looking. Yeah,
I don't try to make myself feel more glamorous.
Yeah.
I would die of in a knife fight in Juarez as opposed to like shitting my pants in a doorway,
But they also
crying all the way to rehab.
Yeah. Who's the biggest guest you've had on your show? Do you think, in your head, like top 3? You think?
I think Archbishop Desmond Tutu is probably.
Wow.
Is probably it.
He went to your show? That's amazing.
Do you know what he said to me backstage?
What?
Like I went to see him, and he's back there. His Tutu's there. And I said, I'm very honored to meet you, Fast Tutu. And he went, oh no, I'm very happy to be on the show. He said, what's the show about tonight? It's kind of about you, dude.
Yeah.
It's like,
Wow.
you know,
and you had him, and now you're here.
yeah, no, it's like
Which is what the
precipitous fall.
Yeah.
No, he was great because I felt like that. I was talking to someone who really had faced some very terrifying things.
Yeah.
Like the power of an evil state.
Yeah.
And looked it square in the fucking eye and brought it down. Him and Mandela, they brought it down. And then didn't take revenge. Wow. Isn't that fucking incredible?
Yeah,
those two guys.
It's incredible.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable what they did. That Truth and Reconciliation thing, that's a masterpiece of human evolution. The Truth and Reconciliation Committee should be studied by all peoples everywhere to understand how to move forward from political conflict.
I've always said that. Have I not always said that? I say it every day.
Yeah, you should.
Every day you talk about having a hate box and getting revenge on everybody that's ever done you wrong.
You bastard!
I say that as well.
Yeah.
And here's another thing that I know.
You're the antithesis to
Lord,
everything.
make me a channel of thy revenge!
But when you were doing your show, I looked at you at your compound and I said, would you ever do TigerBelly? And you said to me, I would do it. And that you are a man of your word. And now that you're here, right, I really appreciate it. I really do. Don't we appreciate it, guys?
Oh,
Hey, Ching Chong, clap. Ching Chong, clap. Yeah.
Stop saying that.
Yeah.
I'm very uncomfortable with
Yeah.
the way you guys are talking.
So at the end of
What's
our
the
thing,
deal with parking?
we do a thing where we have it's called unhelpful advice, and people email us questions, and we just try to help them through.
Okay.
Or it's either helpful
not help them.
or unhelpful. Yeah.
Unhelpful advice with Craig Ferguson.
Hi, TigerBelly fam. My name is Aaron. I'm 23, and I've been with my girlfriend for about 3 years. Whenever I go near her phone, she freaks out and grabs it with a physical strength I straight up didn't know she had. I feel terrible about it, but when I went through one night and found out she had been texting her ex for months, and it hurts because she has told me before that she doesn't talk to him. Now she has him under a girl's name, and his alerts hidden. I feel like she has a different energy in the text than you would have with a regular friend. He's always telling her to go over, and she seems to consider it. He knows she has a boyfriend, but when they talk, she will stop replying and say she fell asleep. But really, she was with me. I'm starting nursing program soon, so my time will be devoted just to school, and I'll be going to bed early, giving her time to do what, who knows.
You know what? I don't
she's
even
doing
want to be with this guy. You know what I mean? It's like, go the fuck up. You've got enough information. Leave.
Wow.
Leave.
See, we dingle dangle in these things, but that's the truth.
No, this is
Should I read the-
actually leave.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah. Get out of the situation.
Get out of
Get
the
another email.
Yeah, there's.
Should I read
Yeah,
his
yeah.
question?
Find
Okay.
find
Yeah.
someone who
What's-
treats you better.
What's the question?
He said, should I confront her? And the rest
No,
of
just
the
leave.
Yes.
Fuck the confrontation.
No,
The greatest thing I ever did to break up with somebody was make him believe that he had done nothing wrong, cook him a meal, did the laundry,
wow.
cleaned the house, and just got the fuck out of there.
Good for you.
Yeah.
And never, no retaliation, no confrontation. Just I got the fuck out
Yeah.
of there.
You have another email online. Okay. Thank you, Gilbert.
For a couple months now, I've been dealing with a real toxic friendship. I've been friends with this guy for more than 2 years.
Leave.
It's my father. And whenever I hang out with him or our two other friends, I always end up paying for everything. Food, concert, movie tickets, everything. I still don't get any respect. He makes fun of my mom's business of taking care of old people, my literate dad, and my dead dog, just to name a few things. I feel like
How
I'm
you
big.
make fun of somebody's dead dog? Hey, your dog's still dead? Loser. I got a live dog. Hey, bark, Mr. Scraps. Ruff, ruff. Yeah, can your dog do that? No. Quit hitting yourself.
There's the answer.
Same.
Yeah, how do I get out of the friendship?
Leave.
Fucking leave.
Is that it?
Don't
And then
allow
there's
people
10
to
questions
treat you
about
like-
guys saying, I'm afraid to talk to this girl in my class. How do I do it?
That's what we've been getting lately.
It's a lot.
Right. Let's put all those ones in an umbrella, in a package,
Afraid to talk to
and
a girl.
answer all of them. All right. You do it or you
But
don't.
young men afraid to talk to young women?
Yeah.
That's hard. It's hard to be a young man that talks to young women. It's frightening.
Yeah, but I can say this though. I was that guy as well growing up, and I never talked to them, and I was never with them. It did motivate me to do stand up later in life. To like, I gotta figure something out. But I do regret all those things. So it's like, if you don't, you're gonna regret it. I think, right or no?
Yeah, I think that. I think maybe. Look, I think we can all agree on something, right? Like, I'm by a long fucking way the coolest person in this room. And,
100%. Yeah.
Right. So
why not?
I'm very cool, and here's what makes me very cool. I'll talk to you, no matter who you are, the same way. If you're Desmond Tutu, Kurt Russell, or a gardener who's fixing a fountain, you will get the same respect from me.
Yeah.
Because you're a human being, you treat human beings with respect and expect to be treated the same way. I expect to be treated the same way. So if you're a young man and you're nervous about talking to a young woman, maybe you could give her the information and say, I'm nervous to talk to you. I want to talk to you, but I'm nervous to talk to you, because that's what you would, that's you giving, first of all, you're being vulnerable. But also what you're doing is you're treating someone with respect, with information. Mm-hmm. Say, look, I'm nervous to talk to you.
Oh, and it's so endearing, and you're so right.
I know. I wish I came up with that.
If someone,
why did I come up with that?
Tries
What did
to
you
like
do?
mask, tries to mask.
Yeah,
it.
like putting on a
We see
or a
it.
I'm a
technique.
failure today. That was the right answer.
No, you're doing great.
Yeah, no. yeah, you be vulnerable.
No, I just tell the truth. It's not so much be vulnerable. It's not act vulnerable.
Right.
It's just be truthful, man.
Yeah, just be truthful.
Just be who you are.
Right.
There's no magic line. There's no magic. Well, there is a magic button, but that comes much later.
Yeah,
there is a
there is a magic button.
There is a magic button.
We don't touch, but yeah.
But the magic button is for way later on.
Yeah.
And you have to be asked to touch the magic button.
Yeah.
So that's a different
It's a
thing.
great button, though, is it not?
Oh my god.
It just sticks out like that.
Oh,
you know?
my
right.
Like what?
There's
Like
a
that?
little
Like
opening
this?
and there's a little button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful button. So when is your show in LA so we can promote that?
The 4th of April.
So hey sleepers, the 4th of April, Craig Ferguson is doing a live comedy show in Los Angeles.
It's the first time I've ever done.
He's the first time he's ever done LA. I honestly believe that you should do a couple of spots at a club.
Why?
That just so that you can be in the,
No, it's okay.
No, you're gonna do it.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
No, I want you to do it
What but
on a Saturday. It'll be great.
I'm in bed by like 8 o'clock. It's like I'm done.
7 o'clock's show.
Yeah, that's just
We're gonna do it. We'll talk about it later.
This is like,
It's fine.
I watch documentaries on Netflix.
Have you seen it, Abducted in Plain Sight yet?
Not yet, no. But I'm aware of it. The one I watched recently
Fire.
was I watched that one.
Yeah.
Do you know I was a little disappointed in that documentary?
Why?
Well, I thought there was nice Schadenfreude looking at like all these douchebags getting what their comeuppance, but the truth is, I didn't feel like I learned anything about that guy at all, other than he was just a douchebag. I didn't know why he was a douchebag.
Yeah, they didn't go into his upbringing, what his parents were
Right.
like, why
Right.
someone would conduct himself like that with no remorse.
And also, I mean, I like the fact that it was, that it all kind of went wrong. But the truth is, if that festival had been in Britain, all the people that turned out would be like, "Oh, great, a tent, all right," and no one would have even noticed. It's like they thought we're going to party with Brittany, but it was like, "All right, yeah, great. Oh, the band will be on at 7 o'clock. Any fish and chips?"
Yeah.
We're staying in a Sandals resort. Yes, resort.
Yeah.
You know,
What was heartbreaking was when he made that guy go suck that guy's penis for water.
well,
It's
hold
like,
on. He didn't suck the guy's penis.
Yeah, but he went.
But this guy said, I was prepared to go and suck dick. And I was thinking, no, look, I'm not judging anybody for how they spend their time, but
Yeah.
this guy, that wasn't the first time that guy had gone out with the express purpose of sucking a dick.
Yeah.
Right.
He
Yeah.
had left the house before thinking, tonight, someone's getting their dick sucked.
Yeah. You're right.
You know.
Yeah, you're right.
and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it, yeah.
But don't make it about, I had to for the sake of the festival.
For the water.
Yeah, for the water. And you're like,
Right.
and then I'm thinking, wait a minute, this Bohemian official that's getting brought into this, who's in his office, and I never asked them to do something bad.
Right.
And he's like, what's going on?
Yeah. I would have just done it, though. Even if this guy showed up, even if I'm not gay.
Yeah.
All right.
For not even for no water?
Yeah.
Just
No, just suck my dick then.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going deeper into the closet. I think he's
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
trip right now.
Well, I mean, he came, right? Like some random guy, hey, we need the water.
Yeah.
Okay, what? Yeah, I'm not going to give you the water. Yeah, but I'll suck your dick.
How about if I suck your dick? Drink up.
Yeah, I would do it.
I don't know. I mean, it depends. If I was in the desert,
Yeah.
actually, maybe if I was just in a club and it was late and I felt good. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What else? Is there other documentaries that you like that you can recommend? Because I love documentaries.
Yes, Generation Wealth. Have you seen that? I just watched that. It's the same. You remember that?
I saw it. It's the lady that did those photography.
Yes,
Right, and she
yes.
put out those books.
Yes.
And I saw it, and that was really crazy.
It was very.
Yeah.
It's very upsetting, but it's very sad. Actually.
Very sad. Yeah.
It's an interesting comment on materialism, and I think that there's that German financier who's hiding from the IRS
Right.
in Germany. And he's a complete supervillain, and he's smoking a cigar, and
Yeah.
he's such a douchebag.
Yeah.
But he says a line which I think, oh God, that's really true. He said, if you think that money will solve all of your problems, then you have never had any money.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, dude.
Yeah. You knew who I felt bad for? Not his son, but his
Son's girlfriend, yeah.
She's just like,
She's like, what the hell am I
the
doing
fuck
in this documentary?
yeah, I know. Or in this family.
Well, that's so weird. I was in the fire documentary too. I just keep happening to be in documentaries. People are gonna notice.
It's so funny that we both noticed that girl, though.
Yeah. Well,
Because-
she was the most human person in that interaction.
That's what it was, yeah.
You know, she was looking at everything like what the fuck is going on? These people are crazy. This is
yeah.
horrible. And she was clearly in pain.
Yeah, she was in pain, and she's like almost on the fence of why am I in this relationship almost.
Yeah.
Right. Because, does that get passed on through that douchebag kind of mentality?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen Three Identical Strangers yet?
No, that's the next up.
Right.
I've heard that's very weird.
I want to know what your stance is
Yeah.
after you watch it.
Yeah.
Whether you
I might
thought
watch that
think-
tonight. Actually,
Watch it
because
tonight.
it's like it's a debate about scientific breakthrough versus
Nature versus
ethics.
nurture.
No, versus ethics.
Ethics,
like
yeah.
how do you gather that type of information versus the ethics of it all, ruining people's lives.
I think you would really like it, correct?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's, I know a little bit about the thing, and I'm looking forward to reading it. Do you, to seeing it. You know what? The documentaries I love though. I love watching documentaries about bands I hate. It's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one of Pulp?
Pulp, I
Yeah,
have. Well, I
yeah.
quite like Pulp.
I like
Me
Pulp.
too.
I like Pulp.
Yeah.
But the documentary, I hated the band Rush.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
And then I watched it, and I'm like, these guys are awesome.
I
I am a dick for hating Rush.
Why?
I love Rush.
Yeah,
Right.
so do I now.
Yeah.
And
And
then-
I like Neil Peart, the drummer, right?
Right.
And how he's very standoffish at shows. Like, I saw that documentary where people come and he's so good. He's like kind of like the Rachmaninoff of fucking drumming.
Yeah, he's
that
pretty
he's
amazing,
just he's just likes his solitude. He doesn't like to do the photo shoots and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I hated Rush too until I saw that.
And
yeah.
then Anvil, the story of Anvil.
Yeah, that's another great one.
Great
Yeah.
movie. And then the one about Journey. I mean, I can't tell you the depth of my loathing for the band Journey.
Yeah.
And then I watched the documentary, and I still don't like the music.
Was it
but
the little Filipino guy that
No,
was in
Arnel
it?
Pineda.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
say anything bad about him because he's our national treasure in the Philippines.
No.
But-
It's an amazing story.
But that
Yeah.
story is amazing.
It is.
But he's a dime a dozen back home.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah, he is. He's incredible. But I just think Filipinos produce incredible singing talent. It's
You know,
one
it's
of our
like
biggest
Sean
exports.
Connery impersonations in Scotland. It's like you could get everybody in Scotland can do Sean Connery. For God's sake, Indiana. Everybody can do it. This is not archaeology.
Like you could just go on YouTube and say Filipino kids singing in the mall, and he just picks up like a karaoke machine, and he's belting out these ballads, and he's like 6 years old. It's just what they
You know
do
what I
back
didn't
home.
like
They just
about that
sing.
is that, remember the first show we did in Brazil?
Oh, Arnel Pineda?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And then they were like, he's dancing, moving around too much. He's a little Filipino guy, let him
Dance.
He wants to
dance.
He hasn't grasped the essential dignity of singing for Journey.
Yeah.
Stand still and just sing the great Don't Stop Believing. Don't Stop Believing. I don't know.
Yeah.
How many Journey frontmen have there been? There's Steve Perry, and then there's that other Steve.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Three?
We don't know. It's Steve Perry and the Filipino guy.
No,
That's-
there was one in between. There's another Steve.
Yeah, no. In my
I think
mind, though,
I think that was like when they heard George Lazenby be James Bond for one movie. See, you guys don't even know that. Right? Yeah.
I don't know.
it was a failure. Was it after Sean Connery?
Yeah, Sean Connery. And then before Roger Moore, there was a guy called George Lazenby did one movie, and he was a male model.
Yeah.
And they thought they were going to teach Sean Connery a lesson by saying we can just get any pretty boy and make him James Bond, and he was like, right, go ahead, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And they put this guy in. It's worth seeing. It's so bad.
Oh, really? Is it that
yeah,
bad?
yeah.
Yeah. I want to watch it.
I think it's called On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Wow,
I think
how do you
that's
even
the
know
name.
that? But okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I grew up in Scotland.
Well, let's give Craig a round of applause, guys. He was fucking amazing.
Just one more thing, Craig. You have a book coming out on May 7th.
I do.
Yeah. What is that book called?
It's called Riding the Elephant.
Don't want to get in trouble from the producers.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's okay. Yeah.
Riding the Elephant.
Yeah.
What
So
is that about?
It's a book of stories that all come together. It's sort of autobiographical essays, and they come together as a book, chapter after chapter. Well, it begins with chapter 1 and it ends.
Okay. I don't know what you're doing right now, but okay.
And
Yeah,
what it is you start reading it. And
Yeah.
you learn
Okay.
some things.
Anyway,
And then
watch it.
there's some adventures.
Read
and
it.
stuff. Yeah.
Big elephant. Okay.
Yeah, no, there's parts in it where you go like, there is an elephant in it. There's a story about an elephant.
There really is.
Yeah, I went on an elephant. I wouldn't do that now. I'm a vegan, but back then I wasn't, and I rode out on an elephant.
Are you really a vegan?
Yeah, I've been vegan for like 4 years now.
Wow, give him a round of applause, guys.
No, stop doing that. Why are you doing that?
I want to.
No, you're just creeping me out.
Yeah. Hey, everyone, clap one more time for Craig.
No, see, now you're doing it. All right. See, if I liked it, you wouldn't do it. That's perverse.
Yeah. You were fucking. That was amazing.
Yeah, we'll be back with some housekeeping. Hey, everyone. I'm here with George. Khalyla's peeing in the bathroom. Bobby's walking Craig Ferguson downstairs.
Nice. Finally, my close-up. Now I know how to edit this.
Look at that
There's
beautiful
just this
face.
camera right here, John. Nothing
And then,
on anybody else.
John behind the camera. No Big B today. Guys, wow. What a great
Oh, my
episode.
God.
I love that guy is like literally my hero. My sister was freaking out because she only watched Craig Ferguson. She's like, ask him, did he really tear up the monologue? And did he really just riff? I was like, yes. Watching him, yes. He
Yes,
just did.
yes.
He riffs. Guys, this episode is brought to you by our amazing sponsors, 23andMe, Hims, and Blue Apron. See what your genes say at 23andme.com/TigerBelly. Ooh.
Do it.
To get your free trial month for just $5, go to forhims.com/belly. And don't forget to check out this week's menu and get $60 off a blueapron.com. $60 off at blueapron.com/belly. And also our iTunes reviews.
Well, here, I got to just plug everything Craig Ferguson. He has a tour coming out across the nation, at least, if not the world. So, yeah. So check his website. I'll have the links below for everything on that. But it's coming up, guys.
And buy his new book.
It was on my way home from Cedars today.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking out the window, and I saw on one of the marquees, I forget what place it was, but it says April 4th, Alan Parsons. So my whole way home, I was like, don't forget April 4, April 4, April 4, April 4, April 4. I was like, don't forget, don't forget. So when he said right now that his show was April 4th, I was like, oh my God. It's some weird like alignment where like I had to remember that date because of Alan Parsons, and now it's the date of his LA show.
My mom's birthday.
Wait, John Na is high, so
Yeah, I
maybe
know.
not trip him out so
Look at that.
much.
He's just like freaking out. What's happening? My haircut.
What's the number 4 to you, John?
Lucky number.
Okay, good.
There, yeah,
Very
that's good enough. Thank
good.
you, John. Guys, if you want to mail us any packages, you can send that to... Who's going to get it first?
1626 North Wilcox Avenue, number 161, Hollywood, California, 90028.
500 points for Khalyla, George 0. Yes. And big ups to our Real Papaya Super Sleepers and premium episode subscribers to our Patreon. Be part of the Patreon family. Go to patreon.com/TigerBelly. And
Guess what? What do they get to hear about right now, Gilbert?
Well, if you're listening to this podcast right now, you can jump over to patreon.com/TigerBelly and listen to our special Philippines recording. Ooh.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
God, did you just call him Gilbill?
He calls me Gil.
Yeah, I was trying for Gil, and then I did
Gilbill is
Gil
the best. You know why?
Why Gilbill?
You know what Bill is?
No.
Bill is your longhas, like your fat in your
Damn
belly.
it, George. You already know I'm body shaming
Like
me.
if someone says, "Oh, like look at his Bill," that means like look at his
So
like fat rolls.
muffin top, really.
No, it's your fat rolls. Yeah, muffin top. But
Wow.
more than that, because it's more in the center. Muffin top's on the side. Bill is really like your Bill. So you're
Gil
Bill.
Glad that everyone's gonna now keep commenting on all my pages as
That was
Gil Bill.
genius, George.
George, wow, you know Filipino
I'm
culture
an
so well.
genius.
That's because you're in the Philippines right now,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you're really good at it.
Oh, I haven't done any Tagalog yet. I want to learn everything before
Okay, well,
I go.
first,
Tagalog.
don't say Tagalog.
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 Taga-
Okay.
He does
Log.
say it more like Hindi. Tagalog.
Eh,
Hey,
Tagalog.
Chod.
Anyways, thank you guys
We
for
don't
listening.
need to speak. No, sorry, we're not done yet.
We're not okay.
You don't need to speak Tagalog. Oh wait, we've
Bisaya.
already been to the Philippines.
Yeah,
We're in the Philippines
we're
right
in
now.
here,
Philippines right now.
Khalyla.
We're in the
Duh.
Philippines right now, and we're
What
deciding.
am I even doing here?
I love this. What am I doing?
We're in the Philippines right now, apologizing that the slow internet means we haven't uploaded the Patreon in time. So that's what's happening
That's
right
what's
now.
Wow, you're
now.
all this foresight, George, is
Yep.
incredible. I mean, hindsight.
Hindsight. Come on,
God, keep fucking up.
Khalyla, where can we follow you if you want to follow your Philippine trip IG stories? At
You can follow me at Calamity
you
K.
can follow George at
I'll give this one to John Na. What's your Insta?
Babe, Julio will bark at John Na.
John Na.
you can follow
JONANAN
Come on, let's go.
or something like
Let's
that.
go.
Okay, and that's what happens when the dogs are here. And then you can follow everything Bobby,
No, Julio.
everything Bobby Lee at Bobby Lee Live, or go to his website BobbyLeeLive.com for his tour dates. Are there any tour dates? Well, we'll just look at the
Go to
website.
Check the old
BobbyLeeLive.com.
website. Yeah. No, we're in the Philippines
you're
right
in the
now. So yeah,
Philippines,
that's
go
the
ahead.
dates are coming out in.
Name a restaurant
least a
right.
week
Name a
later.
restaurant right now where people, if they listen to this, they'll go to in the Philippines.
In the Philippines. Ah, shit.
We'll meet you
March
there.
13th.
Oh, Kauri Cove.
Or 14th.
Ah,
All right.
wait, hold on. That's in Shangri-La, I think. No, never
Well,
mind.
if
It's
you
too expensive.
can make it out there, we're there right now. So we're not good liars.
Are you going to be there, Gilbert?
Maybe. Who knows?
Gilbert's already been. We were
I'm
eating
already-
at the Punko yesterday.
Yeah, I was growing my Gil Bill. Duh, George. Isn't that why you nicknamed me Gil Bill?
I'm so confused. I feel like I'm traveling backwards and
In time.
forwards and through time.
It's like lost. Our noses are bleeding.
Do you know that? Does that ever happen to you guys when like you see something that you like your eyes plays tricks on you, and you think something's there but it's not, and then it throws you into a full panic attack? And then you start to question, am I alive or dead? Or like, am I living in an alternate
This
dimension?
is a specific Khalyla anxiety
John is
thing.
high. I really shouldn't
I
be talking
have no
about this.
idea.
Just melting
You
right
guys
now.
never do that? Like, you ever wake up and then one thing is off, and then it throws you into like, oh my God, am I alive or dead? Is this like some type of dream I'm living?
Not alive or dead, but it's like that. It happened to me, that post dream I had about you and your sister and me
Can you close that,
in a
please,
van.
George?
Remember that dream I told you about?
We have to address this dream. Perhaps we should address it on a
Save it?
solo episode.
Solo
Yep,
episode.
Yeah.
We'll bring it up. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening. Craig's awesome. My favorite late night host ever. Wish he would have. Love you, Stephen Colbert, but wish he would have been the late night guy.
Oh, he
After
would have
that,
been.
he would've killed.
Amazing.
And you're going to have to apologize for that when Stephen Colbert's on.
Oh, yeah, he's our guest next week. I forgot.
Stephen Colbert is.
He's
my
also
Lord
money.
and
He's also
Savior.
money as well. Second City. Shout out to Second City. Guys, you can follow us on Instagram at TigerBelly, on Twitter at The TigerBelly, and email us any questions at thetigerbelly@gmail.com. Have a good night. And George, say goodbye in Tagalog.
I haven't learned it yet.
Bye-bye.
It's literally English. We've been here for a week, George.
George, we've been here a week. You don't know how to say bye-bye?
My Gil Bill's getting angry.
Okay.
Syukur lugi mugi salaman Fitan buku gani ay makabalik